Today, we're diving into the witty and chaotic world of Evan Tanner, the man who never sleeps, and his ridiculous mission into the Thailand jungle. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads, where today we have a book review of The Scoreless Thai by Lawrence Block. It is book number 4 in the Evan Tanner series. This was originally published under the name Two for Tanner in 1967. This rename copy was published in 1985, and this is in the genre of mystery and fiction. I picked this up because obviously I'm reading through the series, all 8 books, and I am now halfway. And so let's dive right into a summary of the plot. So in this book, Evan Tanner is tasked with finding Prince Nagawa, musician who has gone missing under unique circumstances, and the trail leads Tanner to Bangkok in Thailand, where the vibrant city's underworld complicates his mission. As Tanner digs deeper to try to find Prince, he uncovers a web of intrigue involving local criminals, rival factions, and priceless jewels, along with a war going on. With his sleepless mind and quick wit, Tanner must navigate danger, deception, and unexpected alliances along the way. And so what did I like about this book? Well, Prince is a once girlfriend who scored a gig in Thailand as a musician, and along the way she decided she would try to rip off the king's priceless jewels. I really liked that kind of aspect of this plot. I really liked the opening because you get Tanner in a prison camp, and he promises a gentleman that he's talking up in social engineering named Dong. And Dong is a gentleman that knows how to get things done around the camp. But outside that, he is a hot mess. And we'll get into that in just a minute. I really liked some backstory. We got a little bit of glimpse into Tanner's personal life. Evan Tanner has a daughter, lo and behold. Her name is Minna, who he fathered during one of his many adventures. We found that out in earlier books so far. And Minna and her mother, Gavana, they reside in Moldova, where Tanner makes regular trips to check in on them, give them money, that kind of thing. I thought that was really interesting. Now, Dong is a Thai youth around, I would guess, 20-something, roughly, late teens, early 20s. And what makes him interesting is not only does he help Tanner escape from the prison camp where he's held hostage at the beginning of the book, but Dong is a guy where Tanner gets him to release him under the guise that Tanner would help him find a woman. And Dong apparently has never been with a woman. And so that kind of crazy narrative works really well in this story. I don't know why. It's a little risque, but in the sense, like, it works well in the story. I really like the rescue and redemption, definitely, when they find Prince and Dong, Tanner, and Prince are on the run, trying to make their way from North Vietnam to South Vietnam, trying to get out of the way of an ongoing war from the United States and the Viet Cong. And it's really interesting and well done. It kind of keeps you going. There's a couple excerpts that I really enjoyed. Prince wasn't just another case. She was a puzzle, and puzzles demanded to be solved. And I thought that was really interesting. Another one was, when you don't sleep, you have plenty of time to think. And thinking, as it turns out, can get you in just as much trouble as action can. And I thought that was really good as well. In terms of dislikes, there's really no dislikes I have in this particular entry into Evan Tanner. I think this is one of the better ones. Of the 4 I've read so far, I think in terms of rating, this would be the second highest, which is a nice segue into rating. I gave this a 4.2 out of 5. I thought it was a really interesting story. I thought the plot, it was both engaging, the pace was good, but it had that kind of, the thing with Dong, it just was so funny, and it just kind of worked in a kind of a weird crazy way. My overall impression, I'm enjoying these. They can be somewhat a little dated and crude in terms of stories. You got to remember that Block, when he first started writing, he wrote erotica, and so some of the stories will gravitate towards kind of a little spice, a little bit here and there. It doesn't really kind of make me stop and pause, but at the same time, I'm pretty much to the point where I kind of expect some of that now. At the end of the book, I thought was really interesting. There's an afterword from Block, and he talks about the time he was back in college and a time where after college, where he went abroad to Ireland and he wrote part of the Scoreless Tie at that time. I thought it was really interesting. And during his college years in New York City, he talked a little bit about how he came up with an idea around Evan Tanner at the time that turned into this series. And Evan Tanner is his first series that Block wrote before he wrote the Burglar series, the Scudder series, or the John Keller Hitman series. So I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to mention that as well. Overall, I'm really enjoying these things. They're fun. They're a nice little quick pace or change of pace and change of topic. And I continue to forge ahead on the series. And that is my review of The Scoreless Tie by Lawrence Block. Gave it a 4.2 out of 5. I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Thanks.